It's Elias from Multiversity, and we're here interviewing Sebastian Girner, writer of Shirtless Bear Fighter, Scales and Scoundrels, and editor-in-chief of TKO Studios. So today we're kind of here to talk about TKO Studios because it's your newest venture. So I guess the first question on not everyone's mind, but at least my mind is, how did that come about? Where did the idea start? Who approached who? And how different is it being editor-in-chief versus just being a freelance editor or an editor for Marvel?
Cool. Yeah, I can hold it. First question, about going on 3 years ago now, I was reached out to by who would become the publisher and co-founder of TKO, Z Chun. He's a writer and a director in LA. He came up through indie film, wrote and directed a couple of features. He was, I believe he had started working on Gotham at the time as one of the writers. And he and his business partner, Salvatore Simeone, who's the other co-founder of TKO, were touching base with me, and I'm assuming other editors, and just kind of feeling out the landscape. They were really interested in founding a new comic book company, a new kind of entertainment company built around comics. Z himself and Sal had been longtime comic book readers for their whole lives, and they had gotten in touch with me probably through I was one of the freelance editors out there, but also we had a mutual friend, Pornsak Pishashot, who was a one-time Vertigo editor, and at the time had been I think he was working on Infidel. He's the writer of Infidel, a wonderful Image comic. So they put us in touch, we started talking, and as we started talking, I think it was the fact that I had started working as an assistant editor at Marvel, had a 4-year run of editing comics there, and then was editing freelance, mainly for creators publishing through Image. So I had a fairly decent grasp after 10 years in the industry of both the work-for-hire part of comics, like at Marvel and DC, and kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, the creator-owned field of comics, which had been, going through a resurgence at the time, still is. And I think what we ended up coming to terms with was that TKO was kind of going to live in between, going to take the best of both worlds, offer something new for creators, offer something new for readers. And then one of the things in which we're different is that we don't go through the direct market, we don't go through Diamond, we do all our own distributing, we do all our own shipping and retail and fulfillment. And in that way, we wanted to really modernize the way comics are read and the way comics find their audience. To your second question, what it's like to be editor-in-chief, I really love being back in a position where I can inform and make the choices that will affect the line, what kind of books we're looking to do, what kind of writers and creators we're looking to reach out to, bringing in both obviously established big names like Jeff Lemire and Garth Ennis, but also looking for new writers, new voices, new talent across the board, and we're going to be looking to expand on new initiatives in that realm, going on. We've only been around for 9-10 months now, so we're still pretty fresh, but our reception has been amazing. We're really excited about the energy that we've been shown and the goodwill and just the excitement that's been generated around TKO in such a short time, and to try and build on that, at the end of 2019 and then going into 2020, we're going to be, building on all of that and hopefully making our readers really proud.
So this is a retailer question. How do you kind of contend with selling directly to your audiences through your website and through digital, but also to stores and comic shops and not so much bookstores, because you do release trades and that would be end up there, but the collections of 6 issues. How are you dealing with that retailer issue of people got to buy into all 6 issues?
Yeah. Well, I mean, excuse me. From the start, we kind of wanted to approach it from a different angle. So the fact that we do 6 issues, just to clarify, when we launched in December, and now the second wave of books coming out in just 2 weeks' time, will be available immediately, all 6 issues, the full contained series, 4 different series. So in the second wave, for example, we have the Jeff Lemire, Gabriel Walta collaboration Sentient. So that is spread across 6 issues. All 6 of those issues will be available for purchase, and this very handsome slipcase cover. That's the first format. Second format is the trade paperback, and the third format is that you can also purchase them digitally. Now, we offer all of this through our site, tkopresents.com. But from the start, we also wanted to not just have this be a thing where we completely turn over the table. Like, we love comic book stores. We know that that's where comic book readers congregate. That's where a large part of our audience is. So from the start, we wanted to make it really easy for retailers to A, reach out to us, B, purchase and stock our books, and C, have someone that they can like address notes, concerns, concepts to. So we are in a position to do all of that ourselves. We have the logistics to reach out to retailers. We've created a portal for them to reach out to. They go to tkopresents.com. There is a link to kind of a retailer vendor site. They there have an email. And it's all very simple. It's basically every retailer, no matter how big or small the store is, gets 50% off the top. We pay for shipping in the US. If there were returns necessary, we've never had the question asked, we would take care of that as well. And we don't incentivize shops or retailers to order more than they can realistically sell. And so we will ship them any number, big or small, and when they sell out, we will ship them some more. And because we do all of our own fulfillment, we can ship stock relatively quickly. So if you order our books on, I don't know, Thursday after a busy new comic book day, you're putting in your orders, you'll have them by next week, Tuesday, Wednesday. So all of that is a system we put together also with the help of retailers over the course of our first month's outreach, and we will continue to be doing so. We're signing up new readers all the time, new retailers, and as we are in more and more comic book stores, we're also starting to reach out to bookstores, starting to be in them mostly, also with the trades, of course, and then, of course, libraries is also something we'll be looking out to. Now, because we're doing all of this ourselves and we're building this whole kind of outreach from the ground, it is also nice that it is very personal, that we are really reaching out to everyone. We're trying to take all of their notes and all of their, individual, what's good for their stores, how would they like it. I'm taking all of that into account.
So have you been personally editing any of the books like on the nitty-gritty level, or have you been dealing more with the line item decisions, picking creators, shepherding the next wave or the wave after that? I'm assuming there's going to be a wave 3 at least, and etc.
Yeah, I am personally doing everything. That sounds like I'm boasting. No, I am the editor-in-chief of TKO, but I'm also the only editor. So from the start, the entire line-wide cultivation, which creators we were reaching out to, which stores we ended up. Obviously not my only decision, obviously in talks with the publisher Zichun and our co-founder Salvatore Simeone. But no, yeah, I mean, I edit all across the board, all the scripts, storyline, outlines, all the art, staffing, lettering, line editing. That's all me. It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, just yesterday we sent Wave 2 to print, like I said, and that's 4 series times 6 issues each, plus 4 trades. That's a lot of books, and my eyes are kind of spinning in the back of my head. But obviously, again, we're a very fresh company. We're new. I had some experience with editing books, just magnum, a volume of books, during my time at Marvel, and also then when I was editing a lot of books for Image or through Image, like Rick Remender had a pretty sizable line of books going monthly. So I'm kind of used to volume editing in that regard. And of course, the nice thing about TKO's binge release model is that we don't publish until we're all done. But obviously, the last week or two before print, things get a little hectic. But hopefully, we're thinking that by the end of this year, we might start looking to expand a little bit. And I think one of the first things I would love to do is to bring someone on board who can help me kind of fight the ocean of good comics.
All right.